How to manage sibling rivalry. Well, before we look at the reasons of how to manage sibling rivalry, let's look at the reasons why rivalry happens. I'm going to go through a list with Mahbub, and then Mahbub, I'd like to get your perspective on how we can manage this. Okay, so let's start off with a list. The first one is competition for attention. The child will fight each other, they'll tease each other just for the sake of attention. They'll try and do as many things as they can just to get your attention. There's also the differences in personalities. There's resource sharing. Not every child wants to share their space or their toys or their play. There's also jealousy. There's age differences. And also imitating behavior. What is that about? So imitating behavior is where you have the eldest son or the daughter acting a certain way, and then the younger siblings copy their behavior. There's a lack of conflict resolution skills. Not every child knows how to solve conflict. So what they end up doing is fighting, screaming and shouting. Then we move along the list of not knowing how to express their emotions. Not every child knows how to express their emotions. So what they'll do is they'll end up throwing tantrums. And then we go down the list, further down the list of testing boundaries. Every child tests a parent's boundaries. And then you've got unfair treatment towards your kids, because you may treat a child a certain way, you may favor them, and then another child may see that and think, hang on a second, that's not fair. So there's unfair treatment. There's kids that are stressed out from school, so it could be with their homework, with their exams. And then we have fun and play, so they tease through fun and playing. And then this is where rivalry starts to happen as well. Mahbub, how do we manage this? What is the most effective way of dealing with these situations? Yeah, I get that, Mahbub. I hear you. This is quite a challenging one myself, and for myself, because I'm actually going through the process of trying to sort out rivalry each and every day, because I have 5 children, and those 5 children have 5 different personalities. But the main important thing to note, what I would say for a father, is to acknowledge what kind of personality your child is and find a suitable tactic that suits that child's personality. If your child is soft-natured, then you need to speak to them in a soft way. If you're harsh with them, then that's going to break them. Whilst if your child was a bit more harsher and a bit more tougher, you can give them a bit of tough love. So this is what I found, that there's not one tool, one type of discipline, one management system that fits all. You have to be flexible, you have to be adaptable, because there's so many other factors that you need to weigh up. You need to weigh up the situation, you need to weigh up their personality, and then deal with them appropriately. There's times when I've been harsh, when I've been physical, when I've been soft, when I've used tact in terms of a soft approach, a harsh approach, a physical approach. It just depends on who and what kind of child I'm dealing with. There's not, like I've said before, a one solution that fits all, and it's an ongoing process. It's very challenging, but what the child needs to know is, as long as that there's an enforcer in the family and you're consistent and you're able to lay down boundaries and rules, then eventually they will follow, because they will respect the father, and by respecting the father they will also learn how to respect the mother too. So the father has to play an active role. This is what I've noticed in my family dynamics, is just to be flexible in your approach. Sometimes be harsh, sometimes be soft.